I mean, yeah, it's crazy. I mean, it's obviously losing, the lead of our team, but just kind of a crazy turn of events with an injury. But I'm excited to step up, and that's what backups do. That's what I've done my entire career, whether it be high school, college, or now, and nothing different for me. So I'm just gonna be the same person I am. Continue to prepare. I told you guys I try to prepare like I'm the starter when I'm not, and I'm gonna continue to go through my same weekly routine and put a good game plan together with the staff and go execute.
Excuse me. Have you talked to Ben?
I haven't. I think he's been in MRIs and in doctors' meetings. So the coach has told me he would be in today at some point. So I'm sure we'll talk and go over what happened.
Did you get the sense last night that this was going to be the case?
Yeah, I mean, I heard early this morning with a lot of our other teammates kind of at the same time about the extent of the injury. So did I think? I didn't know because MRI still had to be done. So I was just, prepared either way to step up or to continue, my role. So just figured it out like everybody else did.
What's your reaction? What's your reaction knowing that you're going to be the starter?
My reaction.
The rest of the year.
Yeah, I mean, I'm excited. It's kind of a sucky circumstance with, like I said, our leader and a good friend going down, but he would want me to step up and try lead the best of my ability, and that's what I've always believed in. That's what I'm going to do, and so just excited to get some more practice reps, right? So that'll be fun to kind of like go into a game and feel a little bit more rehearsed and prepared, and so I'm excited, and like I said, I'm going to do what I've always done and step up to the plate.
Did Ben offer any words of encouragement yesterday after he went out?
Yeah, no, we talked a lot in between series like we always do. But he was very encouraging, and we looked at the tablets there, and we kind of had some conversations about, what the defense, what looks they're presenting, and just good communication like we always have.
Mason, had he mentioned any sort of issues with the elbow during preseason or the early part of the season? Has this been something that's been nagging at him for a bit? Did he ever say, get ready?
Yeah, I mean, really the first I heard was kind of this past week. So, I guess right after New England game, expressing some, pain, but that was the first I had heard. So I don't know. You have to ask him or Coach Tomlin if it was pre-existing before that, but I have no clue. So
did the offense change much with you in there?
It didn't change much yesterday at all. I mean, it's just a matter of, like I said, Randy asking me, hey, what are your favorite calls? Every quarterback's got their kind of their favorites out of the game plan, and I always kind of star my stuff. And then listen to what Ben likes, in our meeting Saturday night, and just made sure, I communicated that stuff to Randy, and I was ready to roll with kind of my favorites. And but no, I don't think it's going to change. I'm a prototypical guy, and that's kind of our offense, what they ask us to do, and I don't see that changing at all.
Did you think about this at all when you got home last night? Did you think, wow,
yeah,
this is pretty real?
Yeah, of course I thought about it. Yeah, no, I mean, I obviously was waiting on the word from whoever what may that be, the trainer or coaches, but I've you gotta react to adversity, and I'm getting to play football and getting to fulfill a dream and continue this at this level, and I'm excited to do that.
How much will you lean on him, try to pick his brain as you're going through this?
As much as he lets me. When you're the backup, you don't ever want to overburden the starter with questions, but he's been great with answering them, and our relationships definitely seems to have grown this year. With just like anything, when I was a starter in Oklahoma State, you're not going to be best buddies with the new freshman. You're just not. He's younger, and so, but he's done a great job of kind of opening up to myself and the rest of the guys in the room.
Jason, you followed every step of your career. You followed a guy before you, but is it different replacing a guy he's been doing this since you were in elementary school?
Yeah, I mean, he's a legend. He's a future Hall of Famer and unbelievable player. And I truly do learn something every week from him, whether that be communication-wise or just his creativity and no huddle. He's a great player, and I'm gonna, like I said to my man over here, I'm going to continue to lean on him and try to meet with him as much as I can during the week, however available he is.
Mason, when they used the third-round pick on you last year, I mean, did you envision maybe being here this soon, or kind of in your heart of hearts did you realize I might have a few seasons to sort of settle in as I compete?
Yeah, you never know. I mean, you gotta attack every day like it's your last, and pour everything into it and prepare like you are the starter. That's what I tried to do last year, even though I was the number 3 guy, and as tough as that was, I still tried to wake up and accomplish goals and practice and get the reps that I could, make the most of them. So. I'm not into the business of predicting the future, but I just know that I prepare myself and be ready to roll.
Looking back at last year, I mean, was it you were in that same with Sam and Lamar and everybody, and then you followed in the draft, and then you come here, you're 3, and your practice reps aren't even there for you hardly. Was that tough to keep your head down, or looking back at it now, did you
I mean, there had been plenty of quarterbacks who hadn't played immediately, and I was encouraged by that. And you kind of had people coming aside and telling you that stuff, and that's all fine and dandy in the moment. You're still kind of you want to play. You're pissed, and it's all short term. So but I think I tried to have a long term mentality and understand that hopefully I'll be playing this game a long time, and as long as I'm ready for my opportunity. That's kind of all that matters.
Mason, your first crack at it yesterday, was a certain part of that just adrenaline, excitement? You said you were ready and you looked ready the way you played, but when you're actually doing it for the first time, is it kind of a whirlwind?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I was playing in the preseason just 2 weeks ago. I kind of felt like it just kind of felt like a preseason game. Like I felt like I had just been out there, and with the reps they gave me a lot with the first team, it wasn't. I mean, you always have adrenaline when you play football. That's kind of what's great about it. So, I just felt like it was very comfortable to go in there and have the O-line and those guys around me that I enjoyed playing with. So,
Mason, there was a couple, if I remember correctly, a couple questions of you at the podium yesterday about the stress of coming in mid-game, just being kind of thrown in there. Is it a different kind of stress now with the full week of anticipation, or do you prefer it that way? Are you
I think.
Like, are you a prep guy?
I'm a big prep guy, and having a whole week of reps and instead of just a Wednesday, and it'll be awesome. And I think that's anytime you can get the muscle memory. I mean, it's a huge part of it. So I've never been a guy who can just go out and wing it, kind of on a short week, whether it's been injury. So I've always really been excited about the practice reps and going through the week. So that's have a chance to do it this week.
Mason, does it ever surprise you how quickly things can change? You talk about last year being the number 3 guy, and then all of a sudden you're not only the starter for a limited period of time, but you're a starter for the season.
Well, I mean, I worked for this, and I wanted to be in this position, and that was always the plan. And obviously, would I have liked to have happened sooner, maybe last year? Yeah, but God's got a plan, and I'm just trying to, like I said, take it day by day, and I just enjoy playing with all my teammates here, man, and coming to work and playing professional football for a living. It's a joy, and whenever things happen, that's out of my control.
Any players reach out to you, and do you worry or think about how they'll embrace this whole situation? I know you mentioned yesterday everyone has respect for you.
Yeah, I mean the one that sticks out was just talking to Jadeveon Clowney post game. It was just a guy from my hometown. And a guy that I've looked up to kind of in high school. He was about 5 years older than me as an idol, and just, and then get to play against him. And so he's a good dude, and we've kind of became friends over the last couple of years. And so that one obviously he's not my teammate, but that type of thing is cool to kind of get to play against those guys that you grow up kind of idolizing.
Who have you met with in the organization since that MRI?
Who have I met with?
Yeah.
No one. I just got kind of a phone call from some coaches and some trainers, and we just do our normal Monday, just lifting and running, and about to go meet here in a little bit.
They give you any indication if they might go out and sign someone, a veteran?
No, they haven't told me anything about that. So
Mason, this has been a fairly trying year already for your wide receiver group with Coach Drake's passing.
Yeah.
How do you kind of step up as a leader now with this added on to that?
Yeah, I mean, nobody can replace Coach Drake and that kind of father figure, coaching figure that he was, and I'm certainly not trying to do that myself. But those guys are good. Coach Sherman stepped up big time. He's awesome. He's got a lot of experience in the league, and those guys have really kind of rallied around him. And so I'm just going to try to be another voice alongside them, do whatever I can. I'm not going to be somebody who I'm not, but Coach Ray's got that room under control, and he's done a great job.
At Oklahoma State,
Two more questions.
at Oklahoma State, was it your first start day one of sophomore year? Like, did you have a situation like this where you replaced anybody injured?
Freshman year, I played against Baylor on the road. I was, as a freshman, kind of had my red shirt pulled there, so that was my first, I guess.
Like yesterday? Did it feel like yesterday?
Yeah, I was blessed to have the whole week of preparation for Baylor that week, but it did feel pretty similar in that you hadn't played in a while. You hadn't really played for me all last year, and then in college all year, and you kind of get thrown in there, and you have some nerves, but it's just playing football at the end of the day once you get those early completions.
Mason, Wednesday's practice, a couple of the veterans were grousing at you a little bit. Did that have any effect
Did
on
they?
you?
I didn't hear that. Did they?
Oh, Vance
No,
brought
I was
the
just
ball
kidding. Yeah,
and Ramon,
no,
you mentioned.
yeah, they
Did
let
that
me
have
know.
any effect on you? And now is it? I mean.
No, I mean, I'm the young guy.
Now.
I'm the young guy. I expect to, they want that's constructive criticism. They want me to be the best player I can, and that's an environment that I love. Hearing from the older guys, positive or negatively, is good, and it helps you grow. So, man, I'm looking forward to this week, and it's going to be a fun week of reps, and looking forward to it.